If you sometimes feel that you're not getting many clients or people aren't buying what you're offering, then you're not alone. I speak to a lot of coaches and consultants who do struggle to find clients. The most common question they ask themselves when they find themselves in this position is, what do I need to change in order to sell more? Their natural response is to try and work out how to supercharge their marketing messages to make them more persuasive or impactful. But I believe that this is the wrong question to ask because it's looking at the situation from the wrong perspective. My name is Simon Batchelor, and in this video I'll explain why I think people often create extra work for themselves and can actually make things worse when they're trying to make their marketing work better. When most people design a product or offer a service, they do so from their own point of view. They look at what they can do or what they want to do and then decide how much they can charge for it. It's logical, and this is how most products and services are marketed and purchased. But I think it's the wrong way round. By doing it this way, you start by building the product or service, and then you go looking for people who want to buy what you're selling. However, to make this work, you need to convince them that what you've made is what they need, and that can be a lot of work. So what's a better approach to the problem? Time for a reframe. Don't start with the product, start with the client. It's much easier to make something that people want than it is to sell them something that you think they need. Now, coaching is a great example. If a person hasn't already decided that they need coaching, or doesn't even know what coaching is or what a coach does, then trying to convince them to buy coaching is a lot of work. Effectively, you're trying to sell them a solution when they don't even really know what the problem is yet, or what the options are for solving that problem. A more productive strategy is not to market your product or service at them. Instead, it's much easier to talk to them about where they are now and where they want to be. Coaching might be the right solution, and by getting to understand them and their situation, their hopes and their goals first, you can then tell them exactly how coaching can help, assuming of course that it can. This is why being clear on who your ideal client is and who your product is for is so important. By focusing on the target client, you can really understand who will get the most from working with you. Who will see themselves when you describe where they are now, and who will want to go on the journey to where they want to be. In other words, you can clearly see who your coaching product will really help and who is ready to commit to doing the work with you. This requires that you shift your focus and accept that not everybody is a potential client. Even if we accept that pushing the product harder can work, and we see this all of the time, even if you've done this yourself in the past and it did work, i.e. you made some sales, it's worth holding back this time. Don't push the product, instead get to know the person. Success lies in meeting people where they are now and helping them understand where they want to be. And you won't always be the one to get them there. Sometimes they're not the right fit for what you do, or vice versa, or they're just simply not ready for that journey yet. And that's okay. If they're not feeling pressured to buy, they will come back when they feel ready. And if not, that's also not a problem too. It leaves you more time to focus on the people who really want and need what you're offering. Meanwhile, you're not investing time and effort in a client relationship that you know from the very start is unlikely to be productive for either of you. So you might be thinking, well, I thought I'd made this product for them. Why don't they want it? And yes, you may well have spent a long time preparing your offer and your marketing, and you may even have the perfect product or service for them. But they're unlikely to see or accept that unless you can understand it from their perspective. When you know where they're coming from, you can present a product as something that will help them achieve what they want, and not just something that you're selling. Maybe all it needs is a change of wording, a different image, a switch in how you present it. There are so many factors and they all play a part. It's easier to get it right when you really understand your ideal client. Ask yourself, are you selling what you want to sell or what people really want to buy? The takeaway here is not that your marketing is faulty or poorly conceived in some way. Marketing is never really finished, it's always evolving. So don't jump to the conclusion that you've got something wrong. Start making it right by taking a step back and considering what you're offering from the client side. Then look at what your marketing and your product is really saying. Does it speak to them, or does it just speak for you? If you really want to find out, then ask someone, preferably someone who could become a client, so not your partner, someone who doesn't know about your product yet, and ask them to read your marketing offer. Then ask them, what do they think it's all about? Where do they feel that focus is? What you will hear will show you where to change your marketing messages. If you'd like to learn more about how to build the kind of offer and messaging that gets open conversation started, then do consider my book, Reframing Marketing. It's a practical guide to more ethical marketing that will attract the kind of clients you really want to work with. You can find out more and order your copy at reframingmarketing.com. I'll see you in the next video.